Okay, awesome. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Kayla. How are you guys? So great to meet you. And I finished the movie and it's fantastic. So I wanted to get started with, I saw that the inspiration, I was reading your letter. I saw that the inspiration was loosely based on something that really happened to you, Caroline. And so I'm assuming like, was the writing the movie the cathartic part or was making the movie?
Oh my God. I think probably the writing was the most cathartic part. That was when I really, because it was such a, solitary experience. I really had to sit with what had happened and move past it. And, it was like this bad thing happened to me, and now I'm taking it and turning it into something completely different. That's not just for me, that's for other people. So I think the writing was the most cathartic ex process of or phase of this whole process. And once it had once I had it all down in script form, it became something else. And then I felt like, "Oh, you know what? This doesn't have to bring me pain anymore. It's now become something that's bringing me joy." And, so after it became a movie idea, I was like, "Great. I love I love, this thing has changed. Like, it feels different. It exists in a different place within me." So when I got to the shoot, I was, just happy. It didn't
Mm.
feel, bad anymore.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. And Kayla, so as a producer on the project, what went behind sort of, and I'm sure Caroline can chime in too, but it's like what went behind casting Melissa and Tommy in these lead roles? Because you do need very strong leads to pull off this part, especially for Laura. So what went behind their casting and getting them into character?
Well, starting with Tommy, he was played the monster in Caroline's short film. She got a grant from Women in Film to make the short. So we had a proof of concept that, the idea of not having Tommy as monster was kind of terrifying because we knew that he just was monster. He was going to set the tone for the film, and monster being charming and cool and emotional. That was such a pivotal piece to the film. So we at least got to try it out, and it worked. Caroline got to try it out. And then with Melissa, this role requires, and Caroline can speak much more to this, but the role requires so many specific skills that Melissa has. The scream queen thing, she's charming and funny and beautiful and has this beautiful singing voice. And so the role needed so much that she uniquely could absolutely nail for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Heard that song she sings at the end, so good. And so Kayla, when you're navigating, because you have to navigate a lot of different kind of genres. You have the sort of overlaying horror genre. There's a romantic comedy, but then you also have these very intense scenes that of what Melissa's character is going through. What was kind of the most difficult aspect of that job of what you wanted to? Because there are some really silly moments, like the thing with the sock, and then, but so what was that kind of challenge to you?
Well, I think that, we say this a lot, that the experience that I went through, that this movie is based on, it was not a one genre experience. So then the movie couldn't be one genre. And so to really, our North Star was always finding the truth in every moment. And in our real lives, you can go from, being hopeful to, you know, feeling terrible, in a span of like 10 minutes. And that's just what it feels like to be alive. One thing can set you down a bad path, or one thing can change the rest of your day. And so it was always kind of trying to find the emotional truth of every moment in the story. And that kind of kept us all, you know, in this very grounded, real place, even if it was kind of big and absurd and fantastical, and there was all these genres swirling around us. If we kind of always played the truth of the scene and really just tried to make it authentic as possible, then it kind of it was helpful for navigating, the rough genre waters of the
Yeah,
movie.
absolutely. And Melissa's so good in this movie. But thank you so much, both of you, for your time. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for watching the
Thank you.
film.
Can't wait for people to see it.
Thanks.